Good evening. Welcome to the Esharelife concert. We are very pleased for the large number of the attendees of this night, and also for the large number of the artists that they have decided to support Esharelife. As you know, Esharelife is going to support AVSI Kenya. During the evening, we are going to have an amazing number of artists and also people that are coming from any part of the world, witness of a beautiful story. So stay with us. Thanks for your donation, but in particular also thanks for what you are going to donate during the evening. How to donate? Very easy. Go to www.esharelife.org and donate. I did the English part, as you can see from my bow tie, and now I'm passing to a proper Italian gentleman for the Italian part. Domenico.
Buonasera a tutti, quindi a me il compito di darvi il benvenuto in italiano. Benvenuti a questo concerto che spero vi piacerà, concerto organizzato per raccogliere fondi e supportare i progetti di AVSI Kenya, come ben sapete. Siamo veramente molto felici di vedervi numerosi che siete intervenuti. Ci tratterranno numerosi artisti provenienti da veramente ogni parte del mondo. E niente, vi voglio ringraziare per le donazioni che avete già fatto, ma vi voglio ricordare anche che su www.esharelife.org è ancora possibile donare e quindi vi invito ancora a farlo. Detto questo, non mi resta che augurarvi buona serata and good evening.
Grazie mille to Esharelife Chairman Dr. Maurizio Bragani and the Vice President of Esharelife, Dr. Domenico Aiello, and welcome one and all to the Esharelife live Christmas concert. My name is Oisín Lunny and I am very honoured to be your host for this very special event. Esharelife has lined up an incredible array of artists and performers to entertain you this evening. The date is the 16th of December, which means, according to my chocolate advent calendar, it's 2 days until Christmas. But according to my Irish cream miniatures advent calendar, Christmas is 2 weeks ago. So don't at me, I don't make the rules, go figure. Anyway, before we kick off, I would like to invite all of you to visit esharelife.org to download the star-studded programme for this evening. And while you are there, please do consider spreading some Christmas cheer by topping up your donation. We really do appreciate all of your generosity, and as Maurizio mentioned, this evening is in aid of the incredible work of AVSI Kenya. I would like to give a huge thank you to all of our Esharelife supporters, patrons, ambassadors and stars who will be joining our special programme this evening. And a special thank you to the Government of the Republic of San Marino, who have very kindly given their patronage to the evening. We have an amazing lineup for you, and we have an evening full of surprises. Speaking of which, before we start the concert, we're going to hear from a very special guest.
Good evening, everyone. Pleased to see you here. Wonderful that so many of you can take the time to come along and spend the evening with us. I know it's a busy time of the year, obviously, but even Christmas Father has made the time to come along and have an evening at the Esharelife concert. You know that we're here to support a very, very worthy cause in the AVSI Foundation project in Kenya. If you haven't already done so, can I please ask, can you make a donation in the description box below? Now, please sit back, enjoy yourself, let's see what this show is all about, and can I wish you all a Merry Christmas, a season's greetings, and a happy, joyous New Year. Cheers.
Wow, thank you. Father Christmas joining us live from the North Pole. We really do appreciate how busy you must be this month. And actually looking at all of the guests who are generously giving their time to Esharelife this evening, it's a really clear testament to the high regard in which this charity is held. Now, before we welcome our musicians, actors and performers to the virtual stage, it's time to find out more about the incredible work that your donations will be supporting from Antonino Mazzuri, the project manager at AVSI Kenya. Antonino usually joins us in person for the event in London, but of course this year we're having to do a virtual concert. So now he joins via video call with the Esharelife correspondent for Good Works, Maurizio Bragagni. After this, we'll have a special message from Dr. Selva Pankaj, a very valued and respected patron of Esharelife. Over to you, Maurizio.
So now, Antonino, something more, a question for helping our donors that carry on to make their donation during the evening. Why to donate, and what is the project that we are going to spend the money this year, that we are going to collect from this evening? Antonino.
I think that to donate is a great activity in the life, showing that the life is a gift. So donating, you're giving something, sharing what you have to somebody else that was less lucky than you. The main project that are the scholarship that to help poor children to go to school. Many times the people are really moved, seeing that our parents or the children are grateful because the children can go to school. Why? Because in this way they can live the childhood. They receive food, free on charge treatments, medications, sensitization. Is an occasion to help them in holistic approach. And at the same time, through the scholarship of Esharelife, we're helping the families for a sustainability future. So we don't want they are dependent from us, but we give them the chance, if they are adult literacy, we help them to assess microcredit, to start an income generating activity, and we follow them in this. So it's really a great journey done with the fact that each child is as a close, an educator or a missionary or a partner, visiting her at home, in school, following the situation of the family, the emerging needs, and adjusting the intervention plan that we agree with you for each child that is receiving the scholarship. So it's really a beautiful story because we saw a lot of beautiful fruits. I want to repeat again, there is the COVID pandemic in Africa too. Thank you very much, because you are the first one that help us in this dramatic moment. God bless you.
Thank you, Antonino. We really appreciate your words. So again, to help Antonino, to help AVSI to make successful and carry on what they're doing, we need just to carry on to donate. Now we go back to the concert.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Selva Pankaj, and I'm so delighted to be here today. Thank you for Maurizio for inviting us to say a few words, and thank you for Maurizio to inviting myself and my wife Tashini to be patrons of Esharelife. We really enjoyed last year's event with Esharelife, and this year we'll have to do it in a different way, in a digital way, but the impact is going to be the same. Maybe a quick introduction about myself a little bit. I'm involved in education. I started my life from very humble beginning. I was from Sri Lanka. I was a refugee from Sri Lanka, but this country has given me everything. And I think one of the main reasons I would say which provided everything is education. And then I'm so fortunate. What I do is also now education. And I think it's vitally important that we need to educate, because it's an opportunity. It's almost a basic human right, and especially the work that Esharelife is doing for Kenya, for students who need that support, and to give the kickstart is vitally important. And that's what we are very supportive of Esharelife, and we wanted to do everything we can to support the students in Kenya. and therefore they all get another chance in their lives. And I think that the importance of giving is something that I just want to spend a bit of time, especially from the Western world. We have got everything. We're so fortunate enough to have everything in our lives, but that's not the case for everybody else in the rest of the world. And I think is that giving is vitally important. It's a flow, and we do a lot of work on action reaction, and then the reaction happens. The only way the reaction happens if you do the right actions. And one of the best actions to give, but one of the most important thing of giving, when you are giving, you should not have any expectations for that giving, and that's a vital part in education. And therefore I'm so delighted Esharelife is growing strength to strength, and I'm sure it will go and help so many people in Kenya, and our support is there. And thank you, Maurizio, to inviting us, me and Darshini, with Esharelife as regent, shoulder to shoulder, and we will do our part for our Kenyan students and whoever need the support. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you, Dr. Pankaj, and thank you. Everyone at Esharelife appreciates the support of you and Darshini, and we are very grateful that you are both patrons of the charity. What an inspiring story there from Dr. Pankaj about the importance of education and the importance of giving. It truly is the greatest gift. This is completely live, and that is my cat upstairs. Bear with me. Okay, speaking of which, thanks to everybody watching at home. We're already making good progress towards the goal of raising £20,000 for AVSI Kenya, and we would be so grateful to you if you could keep those donations coming. They really do mean the world to the 3,600 children who's going to benefit from your donations in Kenya. It was really wonderful to hear there just now how your money will be helping those who need it from Antonino at AVSI Kenya. Maurizio will be speaking to him again a bit later. Now, as many of you will be aware, AVSI Kenya has been working for over 30 years in 26 countries to promote the development of local communities with a focus on education. They support schools, a vocational training institute, and teachers in the poorest areas of the country. And AVSI Kenya is committed to supporting the continued education of young girls in the region. I would like to just read you a quote from Kofi Annan's keynote address at the Women's Health Foundation in January 24, when he was Secretary General of the United Nations. Mr. Annan said, "Study after study has taught us that there is no tool for development more effective than the education of girls and the empowerment of women. No other policy is as likely to raise economic productivity, lower infant mortality, or improve nutrition and promote health, including the prevention of HIV/AIDS. When women are fully involved, the benefits can be seen immediately. Families are healthier, they are better fed, and their income, savings, and reinvestment goes up. And what is true of families is true of communities and eventually whole countries." So there are 17 of the United Nations global goals, but one goal unlocks 10 others, and that is goal number 5, gender equality. Ladies and gentlemen, please have no doubt that your contributions can start a revolution, one which is vital for the future of the planet and the future of humanity. Be the change you want to see in this world by please visiting esharelife.org and keep supporting this hugely important mission. Those 3,600 young people in Kenya, all those young girls, will thank you for it. Okay. Now it's time for some music, and we have 4 exceptional performers lined up for you right now. The world-famous Italian pianist and conductor Simone Pedrino will play Romeo e Giulietta by Nino Rota. Then Natasha Awaku Awuku, excuse me, will perform Alleluia by Jeff Buckley, or indeed Leonard Cohen, depending on your vintage. And next, we're delighted to welcome Benedetto Cieffo, who some of you will remember from the Esharelife Summer Concert for the British Red Cross in Lebanon in support of the aftermath of the Beirut explosion. Benedetto will perform In Questa Notte Splendida by his father, the very well-known and much-loved musician and songwriter Claudio Cieffo. And finally, the Sons of Pitches will sing King of Kings by Ladysmith Black Mambazo. Sit back, relax, donate, and enjoy.
Buonasera a tutti, sono Simone Pedaloni ed è una grande gioia per me di potervi suonare un brano di Nino Rota, il celebre tema d'amore dal film Romeo e Giulietta. Con questo brano intendo veramente offrire tutto quello che è l'impegno e l'amore di un musicista per i progetti di Esharelife. Buon ascolto.
Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew a hallelujah, 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 maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And it's not a cry you hear at night, it's not someone who's seen the light, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Okay, it looks like we're having a small technical delay there, something involving reindeers and sleigh bells apparently. So just wanted to check in with you all at home. Are you having a good time? Okay, I appreciate this is usually an in-person event, so I just wanted to let you know that all of the Esharelife team, all of the performers here are so inspired by your generous donations this evening, and we are making such great progress towards our target. So please do keep your donations coming. Visit esharelife.org and share the love. And I promise you, it will be shared back with you. That's how it works. Okay, we're good to get back to the scheduled program. Thank you so much for bearing with us.
Buon Natale cari amici di Esharelife. Sono Benedetto Chieffo, figlio di Claudio Chieffo, un grande cantautore oltre che un grande padre. Ricordo ancora con grande commozione quando composi la canzone che vi vado a cantare. Era il novembre del 95, io avevo 15 anni e nel periodo natalizio accadde che mentre io e alcuni amici giovani, no, ci eravamo riuniti per cantare in piazza Saffi a Forlì alcune canzoni natalizie per raccogliere fondi per AVSI, lui ci raggiunse e si mise a cantare con noi questa canzone. Fu un momento meraviglioso e quindi grazie per quello che fate e buon Natale di cuore. La canzone si chiama in questa notte splendida. In questa notte splendida di luce e di chiarore, il nostro cuore trepida, è nato il Salvatore. Un bimbo piccolissimo le porte ci aprirà, del cielo dell'Altissimo nella sua verità. Svegliatevi dal sonno, correte coi pastori, è notte di miracoli, di grazia e di stupore. Asciuga le tue lacrime, non piangere perché Gesù nostro carissimo è nato anche per te. In questa notte limpida di gloria e di splendore, il nostro cuore trepida, è nato il Salvatore. Gesù nostro carissimo le porte ci aprirà, il Figlio dell'Altissimo con noi sempre sarà.
Hey everyone!
Hey!
We're the Sons of Pitches and we're so happy to be here this evening performing for the Esharelife Christmas virtual concert.
It's a real pleasure for us to get to support the AVSI Foundation. They're a wonderful organisation committed to cooperation and humanitarian projects all over the world.
We are absolutely thrilled to be singing 2 songs for you guys tonight, the first of which is a track by the amazing Lady Smith Black Mambazo, and the track is called King of Kings.
This is their call for a more peaceful world.
Oh, King of Kings, we kneel before you, Father, appealing, asking for peace in the rest of the country. Lord of Lords, we kneel before you, Father, appealing, asking for peace in the rest of the country. Our Father, we are asking for peace in our Father, we are asking for peace in the world. Reveal yourself, reveal yourself. Reveal yourself, reveal yourself, reveal yourself to me from heaven. Because we are directing to you, Almighty. We are directing to you, forever Almighty. The sun rise and set. Oh, the sun rise and set, forever Almighty. Your promise, our Father, said, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Fear not this minute, for I am thy cause. I will surround thee. Yes, I will help thee. Yes, I will help thee with my ration of my righteousness. Reveal yourself, yourself, Almighty. Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Reveal from thyself forever. Almighty. Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Reveal from thyself forever. Almighty. Reveal yourself. The sunrise and set forever. Almighty. Reveal yourself. The sunrise and set forever. Almighty. Because we are directing to you forever, Almighty. Because we are directing to you forever, Almighty. Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself, Almighty. Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself, Almighty. Ta-na-na-na, 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 ta-na-na-na. Reveal yourself, reveal yourself. Reveal yourself, reveal yourself. Reveal from high.
Excuse me, there's a dog barking outside. I hope you can't hear that. But thank you so much, Simone, Natasha, Benedetto, and the Sons of Pitches for those wonderful performances. Folks at home, wasn't that great? Are you feeling the love? Are you inspired to clap, sing, applaud, and cheer? Please do so as the mood takes you. And of course, all of our performers would be extra happy if you visited esharelife.org and made a donation to show how much you enjoyed their artistic contributions. Okay, now we are going to meet a brilliant man, a very inspiring leader, and a highly valued patron of Esharelife, Lord Rami Ranger, CBE, who I am sure many of you are familiar with. Now, for this next interview, I'd like to hand over to the Esharelife correspondent for leadership, Maurizio Bragagni. Thank you.
So welcome. We have a great man with us tonight, Lord Rami Ranger, a person that I really have a great admiration for his personal story. So Lord Rami Ranger, the floor is yours. So you don't need more presentation than that.
Your Excellency, Dr. Maurizio Bragagni, thank you very much for inviting me to share my personal story and my personal feeling for your wonderful charity, Esharelife. Just people who do charitable work, they demonstrate how kind deep down they are, how they want to feel for other people who are less fortunate than us, and how in their busy life they find time to think about those who do not have the luxury or the opportunity like we have. So I salute you. You don't have to do what you do, but what you do inspire us. And for that, we look up to you because you are doing something many people, rich people, businessmen, successful people fail to do. So thank you very much for your leadership and your vision and your direction to make difference to the lives of so many human beings who unfortunately are not as blessed as some of us we are. But I will share my story with you because I believe giving is good. Because when you give, it doesn't affect you at all, but it can transform the life of so many people. For us, it'll just be a little extra meal in a nice restaurant, five-star hotel, or wherever. But for somebody who can get a laptop or who can get some help with the education could put him on a road to success. As you already know that I'm a posthumous child, my father was assassinated 2 months before my life because of the partition of India. We were on the wrong side of the border, so we were kicked out and we came to India without father, without anything, to a refugee camp. People like you, they were there to help us, to give us free education. Some people will give us the cost of clothes, which my mother will receive the very gratefully and bring it to fit to us. So that's how my childhood started. But I never gave up because thanks to my remarkable mother, she said, we will not give up, we will not give in, no matter what the fate has thrown at us. So my message to all the people who are watching this video, you never give up, you never give in. There's always people less fortunate than us. So you do your best. As my mother used to say, efforts are in our hands and rewards are in the hand of God. You do your best, be sincere, because the values which we have will make us what we are tomorrow, success or failure. Because very, very successful people become failure because when they lose values, or people like me who are nothing with the right value can become success. So the value we must never let go. And coming back to your charity, by bringing people like me to the table, you actually focus on the plight of so many people, and you bring us to do something worthwhile with our lives, because we're all here temporary, but we can leave a permanent legacy like you are, Dr. Bragagni. You are going to leave a good legacy for your grandchildren and their children to admire once upon a time in 20, 20, 30, 35, 40, 50. Our granddad used to do this, and now we must follow on his footsteps. So I, like you, like to believe that by supporting other people, it makes us feel good. We feel very satisfied inside. Leading a selfish life is not the right way to finish our uh, entire life just living for ourselves, because life is to give and make difference to people in whichever way you can. So I really admire the work you do and bring to attention the plight of so many people who otherwise would have gone unnoticed. So I salute you once again, and I appeal to all those people who are listening to my appeal that they should think that how fortunate they are, and if they can share their fortune with less fortunate people, the world will be a much better place. There'll be less desperate people out there, there'll be less crime, and there'll be less lonely people in the world. So on that note, that is my appeal to all those people, and I thank you once again for inviting me. So we all can rise from any level, and you can see from my life, from a refugee camp in India to the House of Lords in United Kingdom. Now I sit with the best in United Kingdom, good and the great. So sometimes I wonder, am I dreaming or is it real? But then I ask myself question that everything is possible if we put our mind to it and we work hard. We just have to take life as it comes and make the most of it. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord Rami Ranger. Thanks a lot.
Wow, there you have it. A very humbling story of a very brilliant life. Never give up, never give in, do your best, never let go of your values, and everything is possible. What an inspiration, words to live by. Lord Ranger was speaking about the profound impact of charity there and the importance of leaving a legacy. Now, if you have been fortunate this year or in your life, one of the most valuable gestures you can make is to share some of that good fortune. So please keep giving and please keep supporting Esharelife and AVSI Kenya tonight. You really are making a difference in the work and co-creating a living legacy. Speaking of which, next we're going to meet two incredible people who are working on the ground as volunteers with AVSI in Kenya. Damaris and Anne support the communications department in both to help Damaris and Anne support the communications department to help the children who are being kept safe by AVSI Kenya, but they are also very talented performers. Now they will be singing the traditional Christmas song, Little Drummer Boy, and the beautiful Kenyan folk song, Malaika, which means angel in Swahili. But first, we're going to hear from John Collins Kangogo, AVSI Kenya DSP Manager, to talk about the impact of all your donations. And afterwards, we'll be connecting with Esharelife Ambassador, the Right Honourable Sir John Hayes, CBE MP. But first, over to you, John Collins Kangogo. John, hello.
Good evening. My name is John Collins Kangogo from AVSI in Kenya, Project Manager. Thank you so much for gracing this evening event in support for Esharelife projects. We have received many contributions from Esharelife in the coming years and has been of great help to us, to many children coming from needy backgrounds. For us, the Esharelife has enabled the young people coming from very needy backgrounds to attend vocational training schools. That has been of great help for them because they can be able to study both at institution and in the companies. This giving them the opportunity and upper hand in getting a job. We thank you because for this support, we've been able to assist families in very remote area of Kenya, coming girls who are in risk of female genital mutilation, not attending school, and their families who are very, very poor, and as such, protecting them from these difficult moments in which it stops them from attending schools. Through the slums, where we face every day a challenge from many households who are not able to cater for their needs, Esharelife's contribution and contribution for most of our friends has been very useful because it has helped many young people not to think about drugs, early marriages, and be able not to continue their education, but to focus on their education. We thank you for Esharelife and all the friends for these contributions that you've done. It's never late to contribute for those who have been attending. Let us support this noble activity because this activity is very, very important to see hope for many households. Thank you for coming and looking forward for more of your collaboration. Thank you so much.
Come, they told me, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, a newborn king to see, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, to lay before the king, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, ra-pa-pam-pam, ra-pa-pam-pam. So to honor him, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, when we come. Little baby, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, I am a poor boy too, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam. I have no gifts to bring, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam. That's feast to give a king, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, ra-pa-pam-pam, ra-pa-pam-pam. Shall I play for you, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, on my drum? Mary nodded, pa Para-pa-pam-pam. The ox and lamb kept time. Para-pa-pam-pam. I play my drum for him. Para-pa-pam-pam. I play my best for him. Para-pa-pam-pam. Ra-pa-pam-pam. Ra-pa-pam-pam. Then he smiled at me. Para-pa-pam-pam. Me and my drum. Malaika, nakupenda malaika. Malaika, nakupenda malaika. Na mimi nifanyeje? Kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa malaika. Nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa malaika. Kindege, nakupenda kidege. Kindege, nakupenda kidege. Na mimi nifanyeje? Kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa kidege. Nashindwa na mali sina we, ningekuoa kidege.
Esharelife makes an immense difference to so many people. Those people's lives have changed for the work that's done, to the dedication and commitment of so many. You know, you can change lives by changing life chances. And that's exactly what Esharelife is dedicated to achieve. Now, as we approach Christmas, we'll all be thinking about family and friendship and fellowship. But we should also be thinking about the difference we're going to make over the coming year. I'd like to thank you for all you've already done. It's been extraordinary. But I'd also like to appeal to you to continue that work, to continue giving, to offer whatever you can so that Esharelife can continue its work to change lives. Thank you so much for listening. And have a merry, very Merry Christmas.
You can change lives and you can change life chances. Very inspiring words there from the Esharelife Ambassador, the Right Honourable Sir John Hayes, CBE MP. And we really saw those words in action in the previous clip from Kenya. We heard about the safety net that AVSI Kenya is providing to children and young people. And we heard there from John how your funding, your donations is helping to keep young people in education, to keep them away from drugs, and even protecting young girls from the unthinkable horror of female genital mutilation. Your donations are making a difference and will continue to make a difference. So you heard it there from Kenya. You can feel the happiness, the gratitude. So remember this feeling, this connection. It is truly priceless. Visit esharelife.org and please continue to donate. Now, we are very honoured to welcome Professor George E. Holmes, DL, Vice Chancellor at the University of Bolton. So let's hand over to the Esharelife correspondent for education, of course, Maurizio Bragagni. Over to you, Maurizio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very honored today because we have Professor George Holmes. Professor George Holmes is the Vice Chancellor of the Bolton University, but also is the Deputy Lieutenant of Her Majesty the Queen in the Great Manchester. So we have here today as a friend of our foundation and also a supporter, but also a man of the academic world. So Professor George, I think that I'm terribly sorry if I don't have used all the right academic title to you. You are absolutely a great person. You don't really need an introduction, but I'm very pleased to got that honor. So Professor George Holmes.
Thank you very much for that very kind introduction. It's a great privilege for me to join you this evening in this special event and a great honor to be invited to say something. So I really do appreciate that. Particularly wanted to talk about the value and importance of education. It won't surprise you as someone who runs a university here in the United Kingdom that I wanted to comment on the importance, particularly during a pandemic, of both the research work that universities do in terms of solving the pandemic issues. The Great University of Oxford has done an enormous amount in this respect, of course, but also the work that we do in educating people to be responsible international citizens. And there's never been a more important time to work together collaboratively as educators to serve the global community and to deliver support to those people who are less fortunate in many ways than ourselves in terms of their resources. And so as an educator, wanting to support education across the globe to encourage people to better and improve their lives and to be better global citizens, I'm delighted to support Esharelife. And we've been patrons and supporters of this as a university and as an individual for some time now, and we find that the work that they do is phenomenal. You only have to see the life-changing impact that this foundation has had and the great leadership that it's had from Maurizio and his colleagues in delivering those life-changing opportunities. We're happy to provide scholarships to our university for those opportunities for individuals from areas of the world who can really benefit from a UK education. And so it's a marvelous foundation. It has our support. It's a foundation that is, doing an enormous amount for the people that it's delivering its services to. And we as a university and I as an individual believe in it, support it, and believe it to be a very, very important foundation that we should all contribute to change lives.
Thanks, Professor Holmes. Thanks a lot for your kind words. And now we go back to the concert.
Thank you, Maurizio. That was a great chat with Professor Georgie Holmes, DL, and an important message there about serving the global community from the viewpoint of an educator and how education can help people to be better global citizens. Incredible. Thank you, Professor, for your patronage and everything that you do and the university does for Esharelife. It really does mean the world to all of us and to everybody who benefits, including the folks who go on that incredible scholarship that you mentioned. That's just wonderful. Okay, are you ready for some more music? Excellent, because we're going to shift up a gear and go into rock and pop mode with 5 superb performances from some 5-star artists. First, Omar Pedrini will perform Sole Spento, and next we'll have Eric with Se Timento. And then Walter Muto will cover The End by Pearl Jam. Rock out. Love it. And next, David van de Sfus will perform Nina Nana del Contrabbandiere. And apologies if I am just getting all the Italian wrong tonight. I'll give it my best shot. And finally, we will welcome back our good friends, the Sons of Pitches, who will be singing White Christmas by Bing Crosby, but in a style that is all their own. Whether you want to sit back or rock out, don't forget that Esharelife is waiting for you to visit and show your support for the amazing work and the amazing performances we're hearing about this evening. Enjoy the music.
passano giorni in cui mi sveglio spento e tutto sommato provo a starci dentro. Nella mia stanza aspetto il mio momento, sono qui, aspetterò, io aspetterò. Quando la vita sembra un treno lento, penso agli amici fuori e muoio dentro. La mia generazione senza vento, sono qui, aspetterò, io aspetterò, finché arriverà il mio momento. Stammi accanto col pensiero, tu stammi accanto. Sole spento, io ti sento con me.
Direttamente dal mio appartamento di Bologna, hangover. Come stai? Ma che fai? Resti ancora un po', tanto lo sai che perderai anche l'ultimo treno. E non è colpa mia, come dici tu. Lascia un vestito da me, c'è qualcosa per me, non sogno quello che voglio. E perdo tempo, troppo tempo, per il silenzio che non sento, perché sto mondo urla e io sono in hangover. Aspetti o no, quell'attimo che dura un po' di più, perché mi sento fuori posto come la mia maglietta blu. Ed anche oggi mi sono scordato le sigarette a casa e te ne chiedo una soltanto per bruciare quelle cose che non vanno. E quella pappa, paura, spegni WhatsApp, paura, non faccio trap up, ma una canzone che mi rimbalza nella testa come se fosse l'ultima che mi è concessa. E perdo tempo, troppo tempo, per il silenzio che non sento, perché sto mondo urla ed io sono in hangover, sono in hangover, sono in hangover. Sono finito come un aquilone quando cambia vento, tipo quando dentro piove e fuori non ci sento, quando vorresti urlare e te ne stai in silenzio. Oggi c'è il sole, domani piove a Sensio. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. E perdo tempo, troppo tempo, sai che sono mesi che non sento, perché sto mondo urla ed io sono in hangover, sono in hangover, sono in hangover, sono in hangover. Ragazzi, mi raccomando, donate su Esharelife.org e sosteniamo questo bel progetto. Io sono Eric, a presto.
Ciao a tutti, sono Walter Muto e grazie davvero per l'invito a partecipare al Christmas Concert organizzato da Esharelife. Non dimenticate di donare per i progetti di Esharelife e in particolare per AVSI Kenya. La canzone che ho scelto e che voglio proporvi è una canzone dei Pearl Jam, si intitola The End. È la canzone di un uomo che si sta avvicinando alla fine, con drammaticità. E già durante il nostro precedente lockdown qui in Italia ho voluto dedicarla attraverso un canale YouTube a tutte quelle persone che sono morte in solitudine in questa terribile emergenza che stiamo fronteggiando da tempo della pandemia. E anche a tutto il personale che li ha assistiti, facendoli magari parlare all'ultimo momento con un familiare o stando con loro appunto negli ultimi attimi della vita. La drammaticità di questo uomo e la drammaticità di tutti quelli che sono andati incontro a questo momento supremo della fine della vita da soli.
What were all those dreams we shared those many years ago? What were all those plans we made now left beside the road? Behind us in the road. More than friends I always pledge, 'cause friends they come and go. People changes, does everything. I wanted to grow old. I just want to grow old. Slide on next to me. I'm just a human being. I will take the blame, but just the same, this is not me. You see, believe I'm better than this. Don't leave me so cold or buried beneath the stones. I just want to hold on and know I'm worth your love enough. I don't think there's such a thing. It's my fault, I've been caught a sickness in my bones. How it pains to leave you here with the kids on your own. Just don't let me go. Help me see myself, 'cause I can no longer tell. Looking out from the inside of the bottom of a well, I yell, it's hell, but no one hears before I disappear. Whisper in my ear, give me something to echo in my unknown future's ear. My dear, the end comes near. I'm here, but not much longer.
El topalga un saquinho espalhado, ele rampega em noite. Prega la luna de meia falcia pá, prega la stella de verdade que ele va, prega il sentè e portavela qua. Ninna nanna porma fie, il tuo palga un sacchin spala, che le piede tanti rob. Il gatente il suo coraggio, il gatente la sua paura, e i parole che il pome a di. Ninna nanna e ninna oh, ninna oh, ninna oh, ninna oh. Ninna nanna dorma fie, che te sogni tu un sacchin spala, per rampegate tre autopar. In questa vita che vi un desfros, in questa vita che sogno un desfros, in questa noce che prego un desfros. Prega il Signore, passa bus, con la sua bricola a forma di cruz. Prega il Signore, passa bus, con la sua bricola a forma di cruz. I miei migliori auguri affinché il Natale che abbiamo dentro possa comunque risplendere e avere un senso, al di là di tutto quello che può accadere fuori. Buon Natale a tutti voi.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and sleigh bells in the snow, Oh, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Oh, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children sing to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Oh, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write.
May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle
all the way.
thank you so much for having us. If you haven't already, please don't forget to donate. Go over to esharelife.org.
Indeed, that link will be appearing in the chat throughout the performance, so make sure to give it a hit.
We've been the Sons of Pitches. Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Bye.
Yes, thank you so much to our rock and pop performers there, Omar, Eric, Walter, David, and those Sons of Pitches. Did you have fun at home? Were you dancing around the kitchen, shimmying with a boa made of tinsel? Okay, maybe just me then. Okay, it's not important. It doesn't matter. Okay, good. Anyway, please do show your appreciation by visiting over, by shimmying over to esharelife.org and leaving a donation for our wonderful friends at AVSI Kenya, who are doing so much great work for those who need it the most. And I just wanted to reflect for a moment that, you can tell something very profound about Esharelife by the caliber of individuals who give their very valuable time to support the charity. And I'm not just talking about Father Christmas earlier. We now have 3 very special guests who have taken the time to join us using the magic of technology, starting with Esharelife Ambassador Simon Blagden, CBE. Hello, Simon. Your background is wonderful, but it's beginning to give me a bit of bookshelf envy. I absolutely love it. I aspire to a bookshelf like that. A quick question. What did you think of the Sons of Pitches and that version of White Christmas?
I so love that song. Every time I hear that Christmas song, I always feel I'm ready for the holiday period. What a great arrangement. Now it's my job now to introduce a very, very special friend of Esharelife. And it's with great pride that I introduce my friend and supporter of Esharelife Foundation, the Right Honourable Jeremy Hunt MP, a man who needs very little introduction, someone who has done so much to support good causes beyond his life in politics. And we're very pleased to have him here this evening and thank him for sharing his time with us.
Thank you, Simon, and it's a huge privilege to be part of this wonderful concert for Esharelife. And my own involvement with Africa happened rather later in my life. I'd already turned 40 and I went to visit an AIDS orphanage in Kenya, and I met a little girl who didn't have enough money to fund her antiretroviral medicine. And that started a long relationship between me and Kenya and a number of charitable organizations in Kenya as well. And I think it's wonderful what Maurizio has done with Esharelife. It's a fantastic organization making a real difference on the ground. But it's so important that we celebrate and support it this year, because one of the pieces of good news for all of our lives has been the fall in the number of people in poverty around the world. But sadly, because of coronavirus, this year, 100 million more people will fall into extreme poverty. Extreme poverty means an income of less than $2 every day. So by supporting Esharelife, you are showing that across the world, we are all the same human beings, all with the same rights to dignity, to respect, and to the basics of life. So thank you for being so generous in such a very tough year.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Dejan Mikov, and I'm one of the artists part of the Esharelife Foundation. It has been a fantastic journey since the foundation started, and I have seen many positive returns on the work we have done so far. I contributed with a few of my paintings, and I'm trying to recruit candidates here in Asia to become part of our artist circles as well. And I would like to encourage everybody tonight to help contribute this special concert for AVSI Kenya. And please continue to support Esharelife and future projects as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much to eShareLife ambassadors Dejan Mihov, joining us from Bulgaria, to Simon Blagden, CBE, and to the Right Honourable Jeremy Hunt, MP, the Chair of the Health and Social Care Committee and former Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs. eShareLife really does appreciate the personal support and the kind words. To all of the folks at home, please do continue to donate because we're getting very close to our target of £20,000. So maybe your donation is the one that will make all the difference. Visit esharelife.org and let's try and hit that target very soon. You know what to do. Okay, thank you in advance. Okay, time for more music while you go over and visit esharelife.org to make a donation. We've got 4 wonderful performances lined up, starting with none other than Chico Lobo, who joins us all the way from Brazil. And he'll be performing Salve o Menino Deus, a beautiful song about Jesus. And he'll be followed by pianist and maestro Marco Simoni and opera soprano Antonella Biondo, who will recite Il Teatro Tutto Può from the lyrical chamber opera, The Lyric Puppet Show. Then we're going to have pianist Mariella Chingo performing Carol of the Bells. And finally, Ivan Nicholas will be performing his own composition, Vision. You are in for a real musical treat. Do remember to keep the donations flowing and show your appreciation for these world-class performers. But above all, enjoy the music. Thank you.
Abraço do Brasil. Sou o violeiro Chico Lobo, com a minha viola brasileira. Feliz Natal a todos, de muita paz, de muita saúde, de muita alegria. Canto para vocês, salve o menino Deus. Salve o menino Deus, mensageiro da alegria, que nesse dia nasceu numa singela estrebaria. 25 de dezembro, novo tempo se inicia. Desde cedo eu me lembro da sagrada profecia. A notícia correu o mundo, no rastro da estrela guia. Que tesouro mais profundo, salve a sagrada família. Oiá, oiá. São José, Nossa Senhora e seu filho pequenino, toda a natureza adora, com mais fé o Deus menino. O boi trouxe o calor, o galo a cantoria, o carneiro seu amor, o camelo a companhia. Os 3 reis trouxeram ouro, trouxeram incenso e mirra. Nada paga esse tesouro, o universo admira. Ó Deus, salve esse menino, lá pras bandas de Belém. Meia-noite toca o sino, pela paz e pelo bem. Oiá, oiá.
Buonasera a tutti, sono Marco Simoni, compositore, e questa sera insieme ad Antonella Biondo, eccellente soprano d'opera con cui lavoriamo insieme da tanti anni, eseguiremo un'aria intitolata Il teatro tutto può, tratta da una mia opera lirica da camera scritta nel 2016. Il testo, scritto da Fabrizio Altieri, dice a un certo punto: allora non distingui più il sogno e la realtà. Questa sera non possiamo essere fisicamente tutti insieme, purtroppo per via del Covid, e quindi questa vicinanza fisica è un sogno che attualmente non è realizzabile. Però la realtà sono i nostri cuori che vogliono condividere e donare. Grazie.
Hi, Mariela Chingo. I would like to greet you with the Carol of the Bells. This is a traditional song that used to be sung in England, still sung in some places, but this arrangement is made for piano and it has some unusual rhythms. I really liked it. I came across it through one of my students. So this is what I will be performing for you today. Carol of the Bells. Merry Christmas.
The morning sun's fragile light shines through the trees onto her knee. If we look down now, the world's still turning. I met you under a spring sky. I traveled west and played piano with you in mind. And upon my return, our hearts did collide. You are only a vision to me now, as I sit here in this prison that I built somehow. your eyes, I've lost my mind. Your smile, I am a child. All my trouble gets left behind. I had a dream within a dream. We had a scene within a scene. It's blurry now, but blurry is what I need. You told me you didn't know what you're doing with your life. I told you I didn't know what I was doing with mine. So let's walk this path and forget for a while. Oh, you are only a vision to me now. As I sit here in this prison that I built somehow. Now that I'm reflecting, the future's looking bright. Now that I'm reflecting, the future's looking bright. Now that I'm rejecting all this emptiness I've been digging up inside. You are only a vision to me now. As I sit here in this prison that I built somehow.
Wow. Wow, that was really stunning. Some superb performances there. Thank you so much to Chico, Marco, Antonella, Mariella, and Ivan. Folks at home, are you enjoying the evening so far? Please feel free to find eShareLife on social media and share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what you thought of the performances. Do you have a favorite so far? Were you inspired by the word of our patrons and guests? Please go and find eShareLife on any social media platform you like and share your thoughts, share your praises, and help eShareLife reach a larger global audience. I am absolutely sure you can do it and will do it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we're thrilled, I mean really thrilled, to be joined by a true Renaissance man. Professor Nadeh Hakim grew up in the Lebanon and is today a UK citizen. He speaks 5 languages. He is a writer, a sculptor, a groundbreaking surgeon, an educator, and a celebrated humanitarian. So, Professor Hakim, hello. Professor Hakim.
You know, first I'd like to tell you that I happen to be in Africa at the moment. This is why we're being interviewed from Nigeria. And I know Esharelife deals with Africa and Kenya mainly and the poverty there.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Esharelife Christmas concert today. We really do appreciate your time and support. Now, you're involved in a lot of different fields in the arts, but I'd love to hear a little more about your relationship with music. Was there a time and a place where this lifelong relationship with music started with you?
You know, I've been playing the music since I was 10 or even younger. And when I hold my clarinet, I always remind myself that this clarinet is 50 years old. So it's quite a long time for a clarinet to keep sounding right. It must be of good quality. So I thank my father for having offered me that clarinet when I was only 10. So this is my history with music. I come from a very musical family. Actually, my brother is a professional organist in Paris. He's the organist of the Sacré-Cœur in Paris. So he's the professional. I happen to be just a clarinet player, and I enjoy doing it. And I'm very pleased to be working with Esharelife for this concert.
That's an amazing story, Professor. Thank you. It sounds like your clarinet has been a valued companion for most of your life. And speaking of which, you very kindly performed at the Esharelife Summer Concert earlier this year in aid of the Red Cross, who were helping in the aftermath of the terrible explosion in Beirut. How did your relationship with Esharelife come about in the first place?
Now, you know, it's all thanks to Maurizio Bragani, obviously, who is the chairman and the founder, etc., of this fantastic organization. And we all like to support people around the world, any poverty, obviously, education, training. I happen to be a surgeon myself, and I obviously teach at the university. But I think the cause of and the championing of this organization is really teaching, training for the poor, protecting those children from being harmed by nasty people. And obviously, as we well know, they protect the little girl from the female genital mutilation. And all this, the cause of championing by Maurizio Bragani is what really encouraged me to support that worthwhile and worth organization.
And do you think it's particularly important for people to be supporting Esharelife in these difficult times?
This is exactly when we need to support organizations such as Esharelife. We're all suffering at the moment because of the pandemic. People obviously haven't got the same amount of money they used to have. This is why the donations are not going to be at the same as before. This is why a concert like the one we are playing at for Christmas is really vital to encourage many more people, some benefactors, to donate to this worthy cause and to help those children and relieve poverty from around the world.
Agreed. Agreed. Absolutely. And now we're going to enjoy a performance from Professor Hakim that he filmed earlier of Akkerbilk's beautiful composition, Stranger on the Shore. That was wonderful. And as another surprise, we're very grateful to Professor Hakim for sharing next this video of scenes of Beirut, which he has accompanied with his performance of Adinsel's Warsaw Concerto. Thank you so much, Professor Hakim. Thanks for your support for eShareLife and for everything that you do.
My first contact with eShareLife was through Maurizio Bragagni. He was talking about this idea I had about this wonderful way of helping somebody who need help, and to do that in a very direct way without intermediaries. And I thought it was good, and I was thinking that it was particularly good because I've seen other people helping some other people in need all over the world. In my previous life as a journalist, I've been in really poor places like Timor-Leste or like Darfur or South Sudan. And I've seen that some help was taken there, but lots of the help was lost between intermediaries. And I didn't think it was that fair. So the fact that Maurizio had this idea of setting up eShareLife
in order to share something together, not only knowledge, but also the pleasure to help somebody, was really hitting me very hard, and was really a great push for me to be involved. So I realized that giving is important. Giving in the right way is probably even more important. Whatever we give always comes back. That comes from my experience, and that's, I think, is a basic rule of life. The more we give, the more we receive. And I'm sure that through Esharelife, we are going to give a lot, and we all are going to receive a lot.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks again to Professor Nadeh Hakim for those beautiful performances, and to Esharelife Ambassador Dr. Francesco Bongara for that wonderful anecdote. Now, are you sitting down or standing up and ready to jump? I have some incredible news. We have reached our initial target of £20,000. Woo! So time to dance around your living room, celebrate with your friends and family, and enjoy the warm feeling, the glow of your achievement and your stunning generosity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's brilliant. So what a wonderful reflection on the good character of everyone joining us this evening. This kind of moment, treasure it. It really is priceless. But remember, as we have heard, the more that you give, the more that you will receive. This is how it works. And indeed, if we could all raise even more support for AVSI Kenya by visiting esharelife.org, that would be just incredible. You've seen the difference that your donations can make to these young people's lives, and more donations will make even more of a difference. So please do visit esharelife.org to make that difference and to be part of this living legacy. So now it is time to enjoy some truly exquisite music. Svavar Knútur is joining us all the way from Iceland and will be performing the Icelandic Christmas song Nóttin var sú ágæt ein. And then from Spain, we will meet Rafael Andreo and friends who will perform Los Reyes Siguen la Estrella. And then we're going to have two stunning Italian acts for you. First, Enza Pagliara will sing Annatu by Don Francolupo from a very special location. And the selection will round off with pianist Agnese Sana performing Renaissance. After this section, we'll be welcoming back the eShare correspondent for culture, Maurizio Bragani, who will host the Intervale. Now, in the meantime, please enjoy the wonderful music, and please keep donating to show your support by visiting esharelife.org.
Ciao a tutti, buongiorno. My name is Svavar Knútur and I'm a singer-songwriter from Iceland. I am here in the highlands of Iceland. It's really cold, and I want to sing for you guys an old Icelandic Yule song. I'm really happy to be part of the Esharelife Christmas concert, and I hope you are all doing wonderfully. The song is called Nóttin var sú ágæt ein, and it is a poem by my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather Einar Sigurðsson from Heitalum, and the song is by Sigvaldi Kaldalóns. Nóttin var sú ágæt ein, í allri veröld ljósið skein. Það nú heimsins þrautar mein, að þekkja hann ei sem bæri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Í
Í Betlehem var það barnið fætt, sem best hefur andar sárin grætt, svo hafa englar það rætt, sem endur lausnarinn væri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Fjármenn hrepptu fögnuð þann, þeir fundu bæði Guð og mann. Í lágan stall var lagður hann, þó lausnari heimsins væri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Lofið og dýrð á himnum hátt, honum með englum syngjum þrátt. Friður á jörð og fengin sátt, fagni því menn sem bæri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri. Með vísna söng ég vögguna þína hræri.
Gleðileg jól from Iceland. Thank you guys.
La estrella sigue al Señor. Los reyes siguen la estrella sigue al Señor. Y el Señor de ellos y de ella sigue y busca al pecador. Teniendo de Dios noticia, buscan con divino celo la estrella al sol de justicia, los reyes al rey del cielo. La estrella al sol de justicia, los reyes al rey del cielo.
Guiados son de una estrella, la estrella de su Señor. Guiados son de una estrella, la estrella de su Señor. Y el Señor de ellos y de ella sigue y busca al pecador. la estrella sigue al Señor, y el Señor de Dios y de ella sigue y busca al pecador.
So we have seen that our showman has just called the intervallo. In Italiano, we just say the intervallo. And again, the cameras came back to us. Well, what I can suggest it is that one is to get this opportunity to refresh yourself, and also to Twitter, to Facebook, to LinkedIn, to share our concert, to like, to support, and of course, to carry on to donate. That is one thing that you absolutely can do it. Domenico, in Italian.
Bene, allora abbiamo un piccolo break per consentire di risolvere, se ci sono, di posarci un attimo. Vi posso invitare, visto che immagino che siate, non siamo a teatro purtroppo, ma immagino che siate comodamente a casa vostra, potete rinfrescarvi, bere qualcosa che ci sta. Gli inglesi berranno il tè, noi siamo di aperitivo, siamo in orari diversi, ma sarebbe anche opportuno continuare, se volete, mandarci tramite i social, Facebook, LinkedIn, i Twitter, i vostri commenti, che sono sempre graditi, perché così cominciamo anche a capire se vi sta piacendo l'evento. E niente, vi invito comunque a continuare a stare con noi, e se non l'avete ancora fatto, a cliccare sul tastino Donate, che insomma è sempre importante.
So Domenico, before we just also have a break, and I'm not going to have a tea, I'm going to have a proper beer. So the question that I have, so what do you think regarding the evening? Che ne pensi della serata?
Penso che stia andando molto bene. Abbiamo già fatto un importante excursus sulla musica tradizionale, musica classica. Abbiamo diverse possibilità per raggiungere i gusti di tutti. Questo un po' è l'idea, no? Condividere la bellezza, quindi stiamo condividendo diverse forme di bellezza, e questo è positivo, e quindi penso che la seconda parte sia probabilmente più bella della prima, però non ci resta che aspettare e scoprirlo.
Quindi, come dicono gli inglesi, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. You are right.
Ci vediamo tra poco.
Grazie mille, Maurizio and Domenico. I will be joining you virtually for one of those proper beers a bit later. What a great idea. And now it is time for some more performances. First, we will have Compagnia della Musical with Laura Aguzone and Gianpiero Bartolini, and they will be giving a theatrical interpretation of the song Canzone del Presepe by Walter Muto. And then Andrea Sofiantini will read the passage Il senso della nascita by Luigi Giussani. And finally, we will hear from Giovanni Aversano from Napoli, who will be performing two songs from the Napolitan tradition. First, his own composition Puccinella Quarto Maggio, and then Quando Nascette Nino by Sant'Alfonso Maria de' Liguori. Enjoy.
Sgombera un cartone e piglia un tavolone, carta color marrone e un vecchio scatolone. La carta si accartoccia ed eccoti la roccia, la scatola è un po' rotta ed ecco anche la grotta. Bello è l'albero a Natale, bello è anche spacchettare, buoni dolci da mangiare, far vacanza e andare a sciare, ma se vuoi saltare dentro
con la coda.
Una stoppa blu profondo per il cielo dello sfondo.
Per fare la nevicata.
La cioccolata?
La cioccolata lì.
Panna montata.
Giusto, va
Però
benissimo.
io l'ho mangiata.
Hai mangiato la panna montata?
Era buonissima.
Ho mangiato la panna montata?
Sì.
E allora per fare la nevicata?
Non lo so, Ferrari.
Ho trovato della forma grattugiata.
Bello e anche spacchettare, buoni e dolci da mangiare, far vacanza e andare a sciare, ma se vuoi saltare dentro al segreto di quel tempo, devi andare dove si apre il teatro del presepe. Scatolette e scatoline per far tutte le casine e un altro canestrello per la torre del castello, una luce verde gialla mai veduta in una stalla e in un'altra strana stanza una rossa intermittenza. Costruzioni da bambini, sassi e pezzi di mattoni e carretti siciliani, soldatini degli indiani, le più strane dimensioni di un villaggio di burloni non spaventano per nulla Dio che scende sulla terra. Che sia povero sia ricco, sia di carta, coccio, stucco, il miracolo va in scena sulla tavola da cena. Tempi, luoghi e personaggi, strade, storie e lunghi viaggi, è un evento straordinario che sconvolge il calendario. Bello è l'albero a Natale, bello è anche spacchettare, buoni e dolci da mangiare, far vacanza e andare a sciare, ma se vuoi saltare dentro al segreto di quel tempo, devi andare dove si apre il teatro del presepe. Ma chi c'è proprio laggiù, alle spalle di Gesù? Son tutt'occhi e sono in due, ecco
L'asino!
E il bue.
Proprio a mezzanotte il mondo gira in quel tempo si fermò per attendere Gesù. C'era un caso straordinario, nasce di un perfetto orario, ma nasceva quel bambino con un fiore del giardino. Ma cos'è sto gran splendore che vien fuori dalla paglia, come specchio innanzi al sole che a vista mi si abbaglia, senza far nessun rumore, solo un battito di cuore e uno sguardo blu profondo da dipingerci uno sfondo. Era simile alla fiamma della bella tormentata, ma qui tutti erano svegli, senza sogni e senza bagni. Alla fine del cammino c'era un Dio bambino, un bambino appena nato che adorava l'infinito. Era lì, stava sdraiato sopra il fieno profumato, con l'aspetto di un agnello tra il bue e l'asinello.
Io mi chiamo Andrea Sofiantini e sono attore e partecipo ricordando e ripetendo le parole di due grandi uomini che sono stati padri e maestri per tanti di noi, lo scrittore e drammaturgo Giovanni Testori e Don Luigi Giussani. In un loro colloquio intitolato Il senso della nascita, Testori disse: «Ho la certezza che tutto sia incanalato verso la speranza. Al fondo della materia c'è lei, la nascita», rispose Giussani. «Il gemito che c'è nella gioventù è proprio questa assenza. È come se la nascita non fosse presente, la coscienza di questa dipendenza, il sentimento dell'essere stati voluti», riprese Testori. Tutta la vita, tutta la coscienza di essere voluti, perché questo essere voluti diventi la gioia, la coscienza e la volontà di tutti. Disse Giussani: «Tu hai parlato di tuo padre e di tua madre, che si sono voluti bene per tutta la vita, che erano buoni cristiani. Eppure anche tu hai dovuto rifare tutto il processo. È un processo che tutti devono rifare, che deve avvenire in tutti. Questa faticosa risalita o ridiscesa fino al punto in cui si è stati voluti. È il riconoscimento di essere stati fatti da Dio, dentro la volontà carnale dell'uomo e della donna, volontà religiosa, il mistero di Dio». Buon Natale a tutti.
Buonasera a tutti, sono Gianni Aversano da Napoli, contentissimo di stare qui con voi stasera e di sostenere i progetti di AVSI in Kenya attraverso Esharelife. E mi raccomando, donate, non vi distraete troppo nel guardare lo spettacolo. Io vi proporrò una storiella che racconta di come l'asino o ciuccia arrivò sotto la grotta di Gesù bambino, portato da chi? Da Pulcinella, che si mise dietro il corteo dei re magi per fare la sua fortuna. Aveva sentito parlare di questo re dei re, ma arriva alla grotta e trova un povero dio morto di fame e pieno di freddo. Allora gli regala l'asino e resta pure a piedi, ma un angelo appare e gli dice: «Hai fatto il gesto più grande della tua vita, perché il tuo amore ti ha salvato». E così gli dona un bellissimo cammello, lo sazia, ma soprattutto gli dà la fede e il coraggio, che fanno diventare Pulcinella quarto maggio. E sulla coda di questa canzoncina spiritosa faccio una delle canzoncine spirituali di Sant'Alfonso Maria dei Liguori, quando nascette Nin, che dice proprio questo: «Contenta e risa, perché da quando è nato Gesù la terra è addiventata paradiso».
Venite voi che me va capita,
so 30 giorni senza riposare,
appresso a 3 re magi in do deserto,
con pasto ciuccio, canza in allerta,
schiave sono nate,
che sono abituata,
fatica ma sto scritto sindacata, io stevo sistemata a casa mia,
e mo va che trovano alla massia,
cucca sparra, melchiorre e baldassarra, coppe cammelli, turbante e scimitarra, io che sto a rete a tutta processione, quando fa notte canta sta canzone, che fa? Stella, stella, chiara stella, questa coda lunga e bella, tu ci doni la speranza, tengo l'aria in da panza. Stella, stella, chiara stella, de sto re tu sei l'ancella, portaci a destinazione, che mi scende Lucazzona. M'hanno contato nasce un gran re, potente chiudere odi e chi si tre. Dice che porta la felicità.
Faccio trovata chi mi fa mangiare, mi levo ciuccia e accatto tutti i cammelli, mi sposo qua sondino quando è bella,
E poi una casarella in coppa mare, appresso a che sta stelli che affare. Cu Gasparra, Melchiorre e Baldassarra, coppe cammelli, turbante e scimitarra, io che sto a rete a tutta processione, quando fa notte canta sta canzone. Che fa? Stella, stella, chiara stella, custa coda longa e bella, trova Cristo Salvatore, che già fa lo gran signore. Stella, stella, chiara stella, de sto re tu sei l'ancella, ma se so addormuto e cosce, e sto ciuccio, ma s'ammoscia. E cammina, cammina, vai. Quando a un punto si è fermata a stella, portandoci annanzi una grotticella, già stimano pastura e pecorella, una folla con zampogna e ciaramella, con ciucci io mi avanzi piano piano, ma quale un re, oi ma che cosa strana, un povero creatura in braccia a mamma, più peggio di me, gelata e morta di fame, con Gasparre, Melchiorre e Baldassarre, che hanno portato loro in scienza mirre, per scarfa a chi lo povero Dio, ce l'ha in dono, puro ciuccio mio. E boh! Stella, stella, chiara stella, mi portata a grotticella, che sfortuna nera nera, son rimasto pura pera, ma buon angelo splendente, mi dicette dolcemente, Pulcinella, n'essere triste, che per te mo' è nata Cristo, è l'amore che allenata tutta vita t'ha salvata, torna e gioia e la speranza, sarignetto pura panza. E no bella cammella comparetta, che ero più grossa e fartero deserta, e con priezza, che fede e con coraggio, mo ero ricca con manore e maggio, e con priezza, che fede e con coraggio, Pulcinella, mo ero quarto maggio. Quando nascette Nino a Betlemme, era notte e pareva mezzogiorno, ma le stelle lustre e belle s'averettero a così e a più lucente, e tacchi a malimaggia all'oriente. Guardavano li pecore pastura e un angelo splendente chiudo sole, con barette e la ricetta non vi spaventate, no, contente e riso, la terra è diventata paradiso, contente e riso, la terra è diventata paradiso.
So just to let you know that the total of our donations is looking very healthy. So thank you so much to all of you who have been donating during the intervale and to the theatre and musical performers. Your generosity is truly inspiring and is truly making a difference. So now we have a performance from none other than the London Philharmonic Orchestra! Exclamation mark. Of course, with COVID restrictions, it is difficult to organise a live stream of an entire orchestra all at the same time in one place. So the London Philharmonic Orchestra have very kindly donated a pre-recorded performance to Esharelife this evening. It was filmed in a church, a beautiful church, with their conductor and musical director, AVSI Kenya, and it's an arrangement of a traditional Albanian song that has been arranged for the orchestra by Gerti Druga, the professor of composition and orchestration and art director at the Albanian State Folk Ensemble. We hope you enjoy. Well, that was just sublime. Thank you so much to the London Philharmonic Orchestra for donating that performance to Esharelife. Folks at home, wasn't that just amazing? Well, we can see a lot of donations coming in during these wonderful performances. So if you were thinking of giving a bit more now, now would be a very good time. And believe me, you would be in the very, very best of company. So if you feel like it, just head over to esharelife.org and top up your donation there. So now it's a perfect time to welcome back to Esharelife our Esharelife correspondent for charities, Maurizio Bragani, who will continue his interview with Antonio Mazzuri, the project manager at AVSI Kenya. And Maurizio will be asking him some of your questions. So over to you, Maurizio. Hello, Maurizio, are you there?
We have now the opportunity to put Antonino under question. So we have received several questions from the chat box. So I've started with a few of them. Antonino, tell us what was your experience in Kenya? How can you describe your experience in Kenya? So how long, so first, from when have you started? How long have you been there? And tell one episode of your life that you want to share with us.
Hi, Maurizio. Thank you very much for this question. This is very crucial because I came here in 2007 to stay 1 year for a project about children of the slums of Kenya infected of AIDS, and now I'm more than 13 years old. 13 years that I'm here in Kenya doing something that is really incredible. I was not thinking that I was coming to Africa, and it was really a great surprise. Every day is a great surprise because it's really touching me, the desire to live that is moving these children and their family. They have nothing. Many times they go to sleep for days without food, without things. They are squeezing in these huts, but they are so happy. They want to really grasp the meaning of the life. And through the help of Friends of You, we want to accompany them in this. So the description of what are these years for me in Kenya is that it is an adventure. It's really something incredible, and every day we discover something more. It's a lesson of the value what is essential in the life, to be happy.
So there is a question that's probably from a child that is coming and says, what was the most adventure that you had in Kenya?
There are many, because I say always that our daily bread are the problems. So we have a lot of challenges, problems. We work with criminals, prostitution, corruption. There is a long list of problems. I think the main challenge that was fearing was at the beginning, because I understood what means that the real fear is when you don't know the reality in front of you or who is in front of you. So at the beginning, I was making comparisons with the European culture and the things that I left in Europe. Instead, I understand that it's a problem to welcome the other in the way that is, respecting his, her culture, his, her attitude, the style, the way that they have to eat, to drink, to stay together. So really to remove the prejudice. I think this is was the main challenge, was when we tried to train all the people working with us to help the children. And there was this lady that since it was not interested on what we are explaining the training. So I was asking, Sister Christine, is everything clear? Yes, thank you. Poor us. Okay. I see the people interacting. I ask again, Sister Christine, is everything clear? Yes, thank you. I say, Lord Amas. Okay. This sister left. When I read the final report of the children she was accompanying, I discovered she understood very well our method. So, for example, she rescued kids from drugs or risking the prostitution, saying, you have a desire to be loved. Fulfill this desire. You are giving the wrong reply. Put at the center this desire. And she rescued many kids from bad situations. So I understood I need to stop to remain at the appearance. I need to trust more in the people, respecting their times and their lifestyle too.
Thank you, Antonino. Do you speak Swahili?
You need to learn some sentences to survive. For example, it's very funny when the children working in the slum, they say, Mozungu, Mozungu. That means white person, no? And I start to reply, Mozungu ni wewe. They say, Lord Amasi, understood. Means Mozungu, are a white person, are you, have a name, no? In Swahili. Or I cheat them saying, pili pili, pole pole, barabara. But the funny story is that my Sardinian Italian surname, that is Masuri, has the same word in Swahili. That is really across all these years, because everybody that I'm thinking is saying, Masuri? Yes. Do you know what is the meaning of your surname? Yes, I know, I know. Do you know? Yes, I know. Masuri means good person. You are a good person. No, I'm not good. So it's a funny joke every time to explain to me that Masuri means good person. So all these years in the villages, I say, my children, Masuri Simabaya, good, not bad, and they are very good with me and they laugh a lot.
So Masuri means good person in Swahili. It looks like that means also good person in Italian. So tell one thing, Antonino, what was your most important experience that you have over there in Kenya? What was the adventure, as you mentioned, that was interest for you and for what you're doing over there?
For me, the most important experience is to see the fruits, because many times we try to do our best. We are working hours and hours, days and days, a lot of things. We are always late. So I was saying, oh my God, but it's enough what we are doing for these people, no? And the beautiful reward is to see the fruits. So when I see Caroline, that was helped by us, working with us in the administration as our accountant, seeing Simon, that is really talented, helping today the urban refugees, seeing Sarah, that is our educator in the slum, and many fruits, this is really motivating me that we need to go ahead and the method is okay. And the best fruit was this man, young man, he came to greet us and said, I'm here to say thank you. Because I crossed I reached from the Somali, the refugee camp of Dadaab, you gave me the possibility to study. And I want to tell you that I'm really grateful because today I'm the General Director of Education Ministry of Somalia. Without your help and the help of the Friends of Europe, this was not possible. I came to tell you thank you. It was really beautiful.
Thanks. Thank you, Antonino, because that helps also us to clarify the importance of this momentum. So the importance that we have in sharing a little bit of our life, in sharing what we can. Antonio, if you have, we are in Christmas time. So if you have a wish, what you would like to wish?
Every day I pray for the peace. Because here there are many times tribe conflicts. It's very easy. Oh, during the elections, I try to repeat, my friends, it's not okay that every time there are the elections, somebody's dying. Okay, we don't agree, there are different parties, but we need to work for the peace. And the peace is possible if we have the experience in our heart. So the heart of our method is to build the peace together. So what moved the people was that during the civil war in our schools, the students didn't kill each other being from different tribes, but they tried to rescue the other people of the other tribes that are their classmates. This was a beautiful fruit. And the same, the Little Prince Primary School during the post-violence in 2007 that had the result of 1,000 people that passed away and a lot of people displaced, they didn't touch our school. Around, we are burning a lot of houses, huts, shops, that our school was left alone. So it was really a beautiful gift, and showing that they understood that we built the schools. We have 12 beautiful schools for them, not for this tribe or the other, for all of them. And they are welcome every day in our school, every tribe, every religion. We want to build together with friends as you, Maurizio, because you are really doing a lot for us in these years. I want to tell you thank you again. You are helping a lot us to build the peace and to give a sustainability future to these children and their family. God bless you.
Thanks. I think that I accept your blessing, your words on the behalf of the Esharelife Foundation, for all the people that are working, for all our donors that we are together. So we thanks you for the opportunity to help others. Antonino, final question, because it's a long day for everyone. So you told us what you want, what you would like to wish if it was Christmas during this December time. Another question that I have is, in the project that you have been involved, what is the project that you really feel yours, and that you have been that you can say, this is my boy, this is my child?
Is the distance support program, because it's a possibility to accompany each child that has an educator or a missionary or a partner accompanying him or her, visiting at home. Many times, for example, when our educator visit the mothers in the huts, they open their heart and share the challenges they have. Many times there is the problem of alcohol, domestic violence, abusing, there is the incest too. So through our educators in the field, trainings, sensitizations, we help them to understand that they are greater than the challenge they're living in these slums or in the remote rural areas. So for me, the distance support is really a journey of hope, giving them the chance to walk with us, to have a bright future. In this way, many times I say that our children on the distance support, going back to their houses in the slum, they re-educate their parents and families, showing that there is a more human way to live the life. It's not true that the arrogant with the weapon is the best. No. Is it possible? Putting at the center of your heart your desire to be happy, to be fulfilled, to build a better world.
And tell us also the other very important things that through Esharelife we support also, and thanks to your work over there, we support also the possibility for the young ladies to carry on to study, because if they carry on to study, they avoid to be forced to marry, because it's still also a big issue in the society, in the Kenya society, to force to a very young marriage.
Yeah.
Can you tell us on this other project that we are involved?
Yes. No, really, thank you very much for the help that you are giving to the girls of Kenya, because we want the gender has a special space in our projects, in our method, because many times the girls that are unlucky, because they try to send the boys to school and the girls remain at home to take care of the family, the house, the other brothers, and sometimes they sold very young for 20 cows. Till today, is that the price is expressing cows, maybe there are no more really cows, but instead, in all these years, being in Kenya from 2007, I believe that Africa is built by the women. So we want to give them the chance to be themselves, to have a brighter future, and to understand that they have a great, great value. So we want to recognize their dignity. And thanks to Help Esharelife, we are doing a lot for them to try to avoid the terrible right of female genital mutilation. That is something really shocking. We want they go to school, and after they will be beautiful mothers and beautiful wives, but they can give a greater help to their country, because the women are really talented, and it's very nice that in one of the schools that you are helping, for example, San Kizito Training Institute, they are start to attend courses of electronical installations, mechanics, carpentry, that in the past were only space for boys. So it's really a problem of change your mind, to understand that you can be protagonist of this world if you want, and we want to accompany you.
Thank you, Antonino. I have a question from a point of view, from an ethical point of view, that you have to help us to answer. And the question is the following. We are Western, we have our value, and what you said, it's clear that a child is equal, the gender doesn't make any distinction, and that child, that person, need to have the same right and the same value up to the 18 years, and then after that, it got all the possibility to decide what he wants to do in our life. But that is a Western education. So what we are trying to do over there, how can we guarantee that we are not going to destroy a local culture and a local custom? How can we operate without to impose our Western white mentality?
Is a good question, because first of all, the staff is all local. We have hundreds of people that are local, so we start from their culture. And our method, the AVSI method, that is the risk of education, is not to do this, to do that, but to put at the center of your life your real desires, to be happy. How is possible this? So we do a journey, and we want to help these children, their families, to be themselves. What means this? I don't know. I discover day after day in a journey with lies, challenges, laziness, corruption, delay, but a lot of beautiful stories. So it's really not a problem to do this, to do that, but to be more human. So for example, we try to value the African culture that is really beautiful. But one day, one lady was telling me, if my husband is coming back and is beating me, it's because he loves me. I say, no. If your husband is coming back at home and is violent, it's not because he's loving you. It's both because he's alcohol addicted. So we need to help him. We don't justify the violence. We want to do a journey. And in this way too, many mothers, many wives rescue their husbands from alcohol addiction. It was really beautiful because they worked with us for the unity of the family. So it's first of all a human journey, not, we don't see the color of the skin or what is your original culture. And first of all, for myself too, I didn't have the desire to come to Africa. So I treat them as people, human beings. I don't know Africans. I know great people and good friends of this long journey that are these years in Kenya together. But I want to repeat with a lot of gratitude. We can do something beautiful here for them because we have friends as you.
Thank you, Antonino. Thanks a lot.
What a wonderful interview and such interesting questions from all of you at home. And you can really see the level of care and consideration which is going into the thoughts and actions of Esharelife. And you, everyone who's watching, is part of this, and the success of Esharelife and AVSI Kenya is thanks to your generous donations. So please do keep them coming at esharelife.org. So now I am thrilled to announce that we have some extra songs for you right now. First, Natasha Owuku will be joining us again to perform her beautiful composition, Flowers. Then Agnese Sana returns to play Vincho's theme. And finally, we are going to meet for the first time Duo Teresivi, who will be performing a bouquet of traditional Bulgarian folklore Christmas songs. We really hope you enjoy.
Flowers on a summer's day, the purple haze got me feeling so high that I could fade away. I'm reminiscing on way back in the day when the sky was so blue without a trace of gray. I'm feeling iry, it's a Friday and I've been paid. I pour myself a lemonade, mix it with brandy. I went to check on mama, we caught some sunny in the garden, drinking rum and feeling easy like Sunday. We spoke about life under the sun rays and all the things we might wanna do someday. If I'd have known these would be your last days, I would have taken more time, I would have had more to say. I remember that it rained the day you passed away. I remember thinking I would never be the same. The flowers in the garden stayed a few more days, then they faded away. Time has lost forever, I'm told. Time will pass until we grow old. Seasons change, they come and they go. Flowers bloom and the petals fall. Time has lost forever, I'm told. Time will pass until we grow old. Seasons change, they come and they go. Flowers bloom and the petals fall. Flowers on a winter's day wrapped in cellophane. I bought them on the way before I caught the train. They reminded me of you in a kind of way. And you're no longer here and I can feel the pain. At night I saw you in my dreams yet again. Just before I woke up about 3:10. I didn't sleep, I was too busy thinking of a memory. Maybe I should pour myself a drink in. Maybe leave that until the weekend. It ain't all about swimming
beli snegove ili debeli ledove. Da li sa beli snegove ili debeli ledove. Ni to sa beli snegove, ni to debeli ledove. Naj mi je bilo vojvoda, snegova verna družina. Naj mi je bilo vojvoda, snegova verna družina.
Such wonderful performances. Thank you, Natasha, Agnese, and Duo Teresivi. Now it is time to welcome to our evening two very esteemed guests. First, we are going to hear from the Right Honourable Greg Clark MP, Chair of the Science and Technology Select Committee, former Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. And then we will hear from Romana Koech, the country representative for AVSI Kenya.
So, Oshi, thank you for that introduction, and it is fantastic to be able to participate in this evening's concert. And a big thank you to Maurizio, characteristically to make sure that even in this Christmas of COVID, the show goes on, and most importantly, this wonderful good cause is continuing to raise funds. I just wanted to say a big appreciation for everyone's support. I know in my work as a local MP and in Parliament and with my colleagues around the world, just what a tough time it's been, especially for charities this year. The kind of fundraising events that we, like tonight, that would normally be something that we would look forward to in person. There have been virtually none of them throughout the whole year. And yet, whether they're local, domestic charities, or whether they're international charities. And so to make it possible to continue to support and increase support for some of the best causes in the world, and especially for AVSI in Kenya, is something that is a real source of pride that you should invite me to participate in this evening's wonderful event. And thank you, Maurizio, for everything that you do and for including me tonight.
So thank you, Right Honourable Greg Clark. Thank Greg. Don't pretend it. Don't just call it you for name. But it's not finished like now. We are now that we have it. We grab you up to the last minutes that we can. We know how it's important for your time, and we really appreciate your effort and the time that you are spending with us. But we have a few questions.
Of course.
So I take this opportunity. You have to excuse the abusion that I'm going to do it of my freedom and friendship that between us. So you know that Esharelife, the idea of Esharelife is to share the life in the digital era. And so the usual question is, what do you think regarding share the life? How much is important in this moment by your experience, your privileged position as an MP, as a very important chair of a very important parliamentarian committee of technology and innovation? How much is important to share the life in this moment?
Well, it's incredibly important. And I think one of the things that the last year has taught us, reminded us, is that a lot of what we take for granted in terms of human support, friendship, and company, especially people going through difficulties, this has been a real trial for people. And I hope that as we turn the corner and look into 2021 with the possibility of being released from some of the terrible times that people have suffered in 2020, we'll actually appreciate and not take for granted the personal contacts, the friendship, the hugs and the smiles, and the personal camaraderie that we do take for granted, it seems to me, usually, and we should cherish it especially now.
Thank you. Thanks. And the second question that I got it is, what is your involvement with charity? In how much part of your time as an MP? So you already spend a lot of time in your public time to basically to do a public service. So, but there is also part of also for a charity time.
Yes. So, like most MPs, I get involved with lots of charities in my community. My community in Kent, like many across the country, is full of people doing good work. One that I would mention that I feel particularly proud of and I think is important just at the moment is mental health support. I'm patron of a charity called Tunbridge Wells Mental Health Resource in my constituency, and it exists to really kind of put an arm around people when they need it, in terms of friendship and support, obviously with specialist and expert advice. It's something that is become a bit of an institution in Tunbridge Wells. Many people right across the community have found help and support, and it's got through very difficult times, and especially this year. And as we all know, whether it's for children, whether it's for adults, whether it's for older people, all of us, either ourselves or our friends and family, will need the support with our mental health at some point during our lives.
Thank you for this witness of your experience to share it with us. The last question is, what do you hope, what do you wish for 2021? What is your wish for Father Christmas or Gesù Bambino, and by the tradition, of course?
Well, I chair, Maurizio, as you know, the Science and Technology Committee of the House of Commons. And all year since February, we've been interviewing, taking evidence from experts about how we can bring this terrible pandemic to an end. And just now, just before Christmas, as everyone knows, we've got this wonderful possibility that in 2021, the almost miraculous progress that's been made in an incredibly short period of time compared to how it usually is, that we have not just one, but several vaccines that are available. So my hope is that we will be able to extend, not just in this country, but around the world, to everyone that needs it, the protection from COVID that these vaccines offer, a real triumph of science, and that we will end 2021, I hope, having celebrations like this that have us all in person, enjoying each other's company, and having a year of 2021 that is in such marked contrast to 2020, that we can enjoy it, we can celebrate it with enthusiasm and exuberance. I think we're on the way to that, but that is my wish for the year ahead.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Just the final really promise for question, because you are, as you mentioned, you are the chair of this Technology and Innovation Committee, and you have worked a lot in conjunction with other committee to achieve this result. To question the government, you question. We have noticed your incredible activity from your committee. On the rumors that the vaccine is not safe, I think that you need to say some word, because there is a lot of now doubts, no? These anti-vaccine ideas. So you are a man of numbers and base your decision in number and fact. So from really an expert, it is time to have expert back. So from you, what is your message to all of us?
The message is get the vaccine. We've heard from the scientists that the most rigorous approvals process has been followed, with people whose job it is to challenge and to test all of the results. We've got a very high reputation for the rigorous standards that we have. And everything that we've seen on my committee shows that they've been applied and these vaccines are succeeding. But actually, one of the principal medical scientists, Professor Van Tam, I think had the best conclusion on that. He's saying to his mother, he's saying, "Mum, get the vaccine." If someone who knows the medicine inside out is telling his mum to get the vaccine, that's good enough for me, and I think it should be good enough for us.
Thank you. After that, thanks a lot for your time. And now we go back to our concert. But thanks a lot, Greg, for your fantastic words of hope and for your time that you have shared with us tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, Mauricio. It's been a privilege, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the evening.
My name is Romana Koech. I'm the country director for AVSI Kenya. I want to thank you for helping our children, especially during this time of Corona, both in Baringo and Kibera, whereby children were able to continue learning online due to your help, and also to be able to escape from generally the idleness inside the villages and be able to learn either online or through radio. Thank you for your continuous support, and welcome everybody that has been able to join in this Christmas event. Thank you.
Wonderful words. Thank you both so much. And it is great to actually learn how the support of eShareLife is helping children to keep learning even through the time of our COVID-19 pandemic. And we've been really hearing all evening about the vital importance of education. So it is so wonderful to hear from Romana there on the ground in Kenya, how your donations are helping the children to stay safe and to continue their education. Brilliant. And speaking of which, yes, there is still time to make a donation to support AVSI Kenya during this concert. Please just visit esharelife.org and show your support and show your gratitude for the good fortune, your good fortune, which I hope you've had this year, and show your generosity by giving to help these wonderful children and to really, you know, you're building a future with them and they are a living legacy to your kindness of spirit. So thank you, all of you. Now, every great concert has an encore, of course, and you have certainly earned it from our amazing performers, and so have they. And so we are really thrilled to welcome back to our virtual stage two supremely talented pianists. First, Maestro Marco Simoni will be performing Due Passi sulla Sabbia, and then Marcella Cingo, who, like a true professional, has even made a costume change, will perform an improvisation of Albanian love songs, which I'm really looking forward to. So if you're at home, just relax, donate, and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Mariela Chingo. I wanted to bring you a song from my hometown, but I couldn't decide which one. Being Christmas, my heart feels that it wants to share memories. It goes back to all the beautiful memories we share with friends, with family. And I grew up in Albania with people singing lots and lots of different love songs. And like I said, I couldn't just pick one song. So then I decided that I would get a bunch of them together and do my own improvisation, give you my own take on these songs. They're all love songs, like I said, and one of them you might find that you recognize it. I grew up with it thinking it's from my country, but then later on as I traveled, I discovered that they had this song in Greece, Turkey, Bosnia, Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, and most recently I discovered it in an Italian, it was actually a Jewish album, Jewish music album, and this was from the Jews of Italy, this song was presented. So no idea where the song came from, but if you recognize it, I hope you will enjoy it with me and we can all smile thinking, wow, this is something we have in common and we can share this love song together. Thank you, enjoy.
Wonderful music, just wonderful. And now, before we reach our grand finale, I would like to share something very important with you. Did you know that you can support eShareLife all year around with every single purchase you make on amazon.co.uk? It's really easy. It takes almost no time to set up. You can actually do it right now, and it will cost you nothing. Yes, go to smile.amazon.co.uk and select eShareLife as your chosen charity. Just search for the name when you are asked. Then a percentage of every single purchase you make and conclude on smile.amazon.co.uk will be donated to eShareLife. It really is that quick and easy. Just remember to use the special Smile address for amazon.co.uk for every time you go shopping online. Maybe you can bookmark it. Maybe you can use it for all of your Christmas shopping. Also, feel free just to Google Amazon Smile or visit the eShare homepage. Scroll right down to the bottom and click on News, and then you'll see an article all about how to use Amazon Smile. And I promise you, you will be bringing big smiles to the wonderful children over in Kenya, to all of the people who are going to be supported by the work of eShareLife moving forward. So just go ahead and do that, please. It costs nothing. It makes a huge difference, especially if all of us do it. I did it. It took a few seconds. I can really assure you of that. So smile.amazon.co.uk. Thank you. Okay, so now we reach the stage of the evening, which is an eShareLife tradition, the recital of Non Nobis. Now, William Shakespeare, as many of you will know, in his play Henry V, he has King Henry proclaim the singing of Nos Nobis Domine after the Battle of Agincourt. And it is a prayer of thanksgiving and an expression of humility. Now, the opening lines of this translate as, "Not unto us, O Lord, not unto us, but to thy name give the glory." And this is performed at eShareLife events because we believe it is an important message. It really sums up our common belief, our credo. This evening is not about all of us. It's about all of you. It's about the folks at AVSI Kenya. It's about the children on the ground in Kenya. It's about a higher purpose. It's about a shared common ground. And this is why we are concluding the concert with Nos Nobis. One more thing. After the performance, we will be handing over to some of the amazing people who are part of eShareLife, and they will be taking a moment to share our profound gratitude with some thank you speeches. But first, before we get to any of that, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really has been an honor to share your company this evening. And I'm going to quote our very special guest from earlier, Father Christmas himself, and just to wish you a Merry Christmas, season's greetings, and a happy, joyous new year ahead. Thank you.
Non nobis Domine, Domine, non nobis Domine, sed nomini, toda gloria. Non nobis Domine, Domine,
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Simon Blagden, and I'm really proud to be an ambassador for Esharelife. On behalf of the whole foundation, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining us this evening. And what a wonderful evening it's been as well, a great concert with so many fantastic artists. Sons of Pictures, the London City Philharmonic Orchestra, our very own Professor Nadia Hakim, Benedito Chieffo, and you know what, great contributions from our friends as well and supporters. Right Honourable Greg Clark, the Right Honourable Jeremy Hunt, Sir John Hayes, Lord Rami Ranger, Selva Pankaj. What an incredibly great evening it's been, and how spoiled we've been. But thank you everyone for being here this evening, for taking part, and more importantly, for making a donation to Esharelife. I can promise you the money will make a great difference to all the children in Kenya. Esharelife truly appreciates your kindness and support, especially during these unprecedented times of challenge around the world. So wishing you a very peaceful and safe holiday period, and thank you again on behalf of Esharelife.
Good evening to you all. As a trustee of Esharelife Foundation, I would like to sincerely thank all the artists, over 20 fantastic artists and groups that have worked so hard with Esharelife over the past few months to make tonight's event possible. The entire concert was remarkable. We really appreciate working with such amazing artists and everything that they have done for our charity. Without their valuable contribution, this evening would simply not have been possible. I'm sure you will all agree that we have been honoured to witness such incredible and captivating performances tonight. So on behalf of Esharelife, I dearly thank all the artists and performers for their participation in the Christmas concert this evening. You have made the event more special. Thanks to each and every one of you for giving your time to help us and support projects in Kenya. Best wishes to you all and a Merry Christmas.
Bene, siamo arrivati alla fine. In qualità di vicepresidente della Fondazione Esharelife, vorrei ringraziare tutti gli artisti che sono intervenuti, che ci hanno deliziato con la loro arte davvero, davvero meravigliosa. Voglio ringraziare tutti voi che avete partecipato, spero che la pensiate come me, che vi siate divertiti, che siete stati bene. Vi ricordo che è ancora possibile donare su www.esharelife.org e niente, buon Natale a tutti e grazie.
Good evening, friends of Esharelife. It's great to witness so many of you here with us tonight, and wasn't the concert brilliant? We had the pleasure of hearing from some of Esharelife's amazing friends and supporters this evening, and I would like to give a special thanks to the Esharelife ambassadors, especially those that took part. Professor Nadia Hakim, Simon Blagden, Domenico Maliti, Diane Mayoff, Francesco Bongara, and Domenico Aiello. Thanks again, and best wishes to all for a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the concert. I would like to take this opportunity and thank all of our wonderful patrons here with us tonight. They have always understood the importance, the values, and the aims of Esharelife's mission, which is to provide a better future for women, children, and communities in some of the most disadvantaged areas of the world. A big thanks to our patrons that we have listened to this evening: Lloyd Rami Ranger, Dr. Selva Pankaj and the Regent Group. Thank you for your participation and your valuable support with the Christmas concert. We are proud to have you as our patrons and thank you for the time you have extended to us this evening. In recognition of all our patron support over the years, Esharelife would like to give them all a very special thanks this evening. Merry Christmas, everyone, and season's greetings to you all.
Hello everyone and good evening. I'm James. I'd like to take this moment to thank you, the sponsors of tonight's event, Tratos Limited, the EMD Group and the San Marino Government for giving their full patronage to the Esharelife Foundation. Our foundation could not do what it does without the generous support of its sponsors, and we would like to thank them for their contribution to making the event tonight a success. Thank you again. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Enrico Scambia, trustee of Esharelife Foundation. I hope that you all enjoy the beautiful concert this evening. I would like to thank the Esharelife volunteers for the hard work and the efforts with the Christmas concert, and the work that they do in the background throughout the year to keep Esharelife going. Your dedication is essential to the work that we do. Simply, we cannot do it without you. You bring great ideas, positive energy, and a beautiful synergy for which we are truly grateful. Thank you.
At last, I have to say thank you to all the trustees that with me, they have shared this fantastic experience. Thanks to your dedication, to your free time, and in particular to your sharing the same value and vision from the beginning that we have been achieved this fantastic evening, and that is that we have been able to achieve the result during this year. So thanks to all the trustees.
Good evening, Esharelife friends, honourable guests and supporters. I'm Zalia, trustee of the Esharelife Foundation, and I'd like to begin by thanking you all for joining us for the Esharelife virtual Christmas concert this evening. I'd like to thank everyone that's played their part, large or small, in making this evening's event a great success. It is thanks to your generosity that Esharelife are able to continue supporting the AVSI Foundation projects in Kenya. And as you will have heard this evening, your valuable contribution will make a significant difference to bringing positive change to young people's lives. It is through your kind donations that we have been able to accomplish our goal for this year and will continue working towards the same purpose in the future. You truly make the difference for us, and we thank you. A big thanks to our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Oshin Luni. You kept us thoroughly entertained, bringing a great sense of humour and compassion throughout the evening. Thank you, Oshin. And a special thanks to Lord Rami Ranger, the Right Honourable Sir John Hayes, the Right Honourable Greg Clark, the Right Honourable Jeremy Hunt, Vice Chancellor Professor George Holmes, and Antonino Missouri. Last but not least, thank you, Esharelife Chairman, Dr. Maurizio Bragani. You are truly an inspiration to everyone you work with. You have accomplished so much in your professional and personal endeavours, yet you never lose sight or momentum in wanting to bring positive change to other people's lives. The success of tonight's event is truly the momentum of your vision and energy. We thank you. On behalf of Esharelife, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
One more thing. We're going to be wrapping up soon. And before you know it, we're all going to be back with our busy lives, connecting with many people, dealing with many things. And, you know, it can be easy to be distracted. And thoughts of this wonderful evening, the warm glow, the heartwarming stories, the testimonials, the music, all of it can just, you know, disappear and drift away into memory. So before that happens, I just want to suggest to you, to ask you, to invite you one more time to head over to Esharelife, like all the best people in the world, the most handsome, the most beautiful, the most intelligent, charming and generous people. They are all going over to Esharelife right now, I promise you, esharelife.org, and making another final donation just to put the icing on the cake for our wonderful Christmas party. So please go over to esharelife.org and show your support. Make a nice final donation to round off the evening. Believe me, you are changing lives and you are changing the world and you are making it a better place for all of our futures. So thank you so much. And I'll see you next time, and I'll see you on esharelife.org. Thank you.